In the distance, Sinjar. 70% of the Yazidi town is held by the Islamic State group. But if they're difficult to see, they're easy to hear.
Muqdad, answer me. Come and get it, come and get it.
It's the Turkmens from Talafar.
Get out, go for it.
In their communications, the Islamic State group often uses Turkmen fighters. The language of the Turkish-speaking minority is usually incomprehensible to the Iraqi Peshmerga. It's no problem, however, for the PKK guerrillas, the overwhelming majority of whom come from Turkey. It's with them that we enter the heart of the destroyed city. They're by far the most numerous Kurdish fighters here. With each position we visit, we're one step closer to the jihadists. And then we arrive at the front line.
They often use this barricade that is just in front of us to shoot at us.
They're only 50 meters away from us. Sometimes they're as close as 25 meters, in which case you can use grenades. 2 days ago, coalition aircraft bombed a house below here. It was us who gave them the coordinates.
100 meters to the rear, dinner is being prepared. PKK fighters arrived here in December, alongside their Iraqi Peshmerga comrades.
Today, we've all pulled our forces to present a united front against Daesh. There are no problems between us. Or occasionally, if there are, it is because of divergent interests, foreign interests. But we must not let them divide us.
Divided between Turkey, Syria, Iraq and Iran, the Kurdish minorities are often caught in the complex interplay of regional alliances. For more than 30 years, the Marxist guerrillas of the PKK have been in conflict with Ankara, which is a strong ally of the Kurdistan Democratic Party, currently in power in Erbil. But in the heights of the Sinjar range, the men of the PKK and the Iraqi Peshmerga now share the same goal.
There are no political tensions between us and our comrades of the PKK. We have one goal: to eradicate the Islamic State group. We're all Kurds, we're all brothers.
Even if they make some criticisms off camera, the atmosphere between the fighters of the two major Kurdish forces is nonetheless cordial. But visiting the camps of each of the leaders is enough to reveal the tensions. The Peshmerga commander only accepts to talk to us after much deliberation. He accuses us of first having spent time with the PKK.
Frankly, the Peshmerga are by far the most important force here, though there are also some fighters from our friends the PKK. That's why I told you to come here first to learn the truth of the facts on the ground, and to know the weight of each side, and who is actually active in Sinjar.
The Peshmerga claim to have nearly 8,000 men in the Sinjar region, 10 times those of the PKK. But during the first offensive of the Islamic State group last August, the Peshmerga withdrew, leaving the Yazidis at the mercy of the jihadists. Only the intervention of the Syrian branch of the PKK and US airstrikes prevented a massacre of far greater magnitude. Today, each side accuses the other of wanting to plant its flag on Sinjar.
At the front there is some degree of coordination, but at the higher levels there is none. The fault mainly lies with the Kurdistan Democratic Party, which rules in Erbil. They say we came here to seize Sinjar and make it a canton. But it is propaganda. It is not true. What we hope for in Sinjar, and for the people who live here, the Yazidis, is that they get a form of autonomy.
We leave the town of Sinjar. 5 kilometers away, the mountain is dotted with hundreds of refugee tents. Kurdish-speaking Yazidis, who, unlike the overwhelming majority of Kurds, are not Muslim, caught between their protectors, who are both indispensable yet intimidating, they're afraid to talk.
I am sorry, excuse me, sorry.
Okay. Qasem Sheisho, the most important Yazidi military leader, was originally hesitant about his allegiance. But the brief arrest of his nephew by authorities in Erbil some 2 months ago, and the appointment of his men to positions in the Peshmerga, helped to make his mind up, leading him to take sides against the PKK.
They could not liberate 1 square meter of Sinjar city before the arrival of our brave Peshmerga, sent by His Excellency President Barzani. We do not like all the noise around the PKK and Abdullah Öcalan. Enough! In the future, Sinjar will become a province of Iraqi Kurdistan.
But not all Yazidis share this point of view. Berivan is part of Sinjar's resistance units, a Yazidi militia allied to the PKK.
When fighting breaks out, it's only the PKK and the Sinjar resistance units that take part. I haven't seen anyone else fighting on the front line. The others fled right from the start.
At only 18 years old, the young woman claims to have already killed a jihadist. Yet Berivan and her comrades will probably have to kill many more before political questions about Sinjar's future can be answered.